Curious what suburbs are the local favorites? I've got the 5 best South Denver suburbs. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. Today we're talking about the 5 best suburbs across South Denver. Number 5 is zip code 80016. 80016 is primarily an Aurora zip code, and I've got to give Aurora a little bit of love. All too often I hear from people who are looking to move here that they've read online that Aurora just has this stink about it. It's a stigma, essentially, and they don't want to live there at all. They want to rule it out. They want me to cut off any home that has an Aurora address. It's a little bit over the top. There are some awesome places in Aurora. In fact, most of Aurora has a lot going for it. 80016 is probably my very favorite zip code. It's down toward the south, it's near Parker. You have a very short commute over to the airport. Your commute into downtown is very similar to what you get for Parker, for Castle Rock, for Highlands Ranch. And you have so much there in terms of recreation too. You've got the Aurora Reservoir, you've got the Cherry Creek Reservoir, they have beaches. You don't get a lot of opportunity for water and sand in Colorado, but you do over there. You've got the Southlands Mall. It's not an indoor mall, it's outdoors. So you've got cafes, shops, the streets are lit up at night. It's just a really great place. So what are some of my favorite neighborhoods in the 80016 zip code? Saddle Rock, Heritage Eagle Bend, Blackstone Country Club. All of these are golf communities, so obviously they make for a great lifestyle. So South Shore and Beacon Point lie right near the Aurora Reservoir. You can actually have water views with your homes there. Whispering Pines is nestled into the north end of the Black Forest. It's pretty rare to have trees on that east side of Denver. And Inspiration, you can have mountain views. There are some peak areas in there where you really get some sweeping and gorgeous mountain views. You're also about 10 minutes from Southlands and 10 minutes from Parker, so it's a great in-between spot. And if you want some really unique homes on land, check out Chenango. Number 4 is Parker. I know. Why is it number 4? Almost everywhere has it ranked as the number 1 or number 2 best place to raise a family in all of the United States. And I don't rank at number 1 or number 2. And I even live here. So I'm giving you my totally unvarnished opinion about Parker. I love it. I mean, it's made my top 5. But the reason that I don't have it as my top 1 or 2, you'll see that when we get there, is that I still have to drive about 10 minutes in any direction to get to the grocery store, to get to the library, to go get some gas. So it's not the most convenient suburb compared to where I have lived. I love Parker. You can get sweeping mountain views all the way from Pikes Peak in the south and Colorado Springs up to the north. The views are spectacular here with the right lot. You get a lot of home for your money here in Parker. There are still new construction options, which is what a lot of people desire. And there are plenty of mature homes, larger yards, big trees. So there's a nice balance of everything. We have a cute little downtown. We have an awesome farmer's market. It's consistently rated number 1 across the Denver metro area. And where I live in Parker on the west side, I am about a 3 to 4 minute commute to getting on I-25, which makes the commute into downtown really only about 30 minutes. You have to add on some time in traffic, so maybe 40 minutes if we're in traffic hour, but it's incredibly doable. So what are some of my top neighborhoods in Parker? On the west side, it's Stepping Stone, Stonegate, and Bradbury Ranch. You get great amenities with these neighborhoods. Pools, sidewalks, trails. In some of them, the elementary school is going to be within walking distance of your house. It's a great way to meet people, make friends if you have kids in a younger age bracket. On the east side, my favorite neighborhoods are Canterbury Crossing and Idlewild. These two actually kind of merge together and make one large neighborhood. You've got a golf course in here, tennis courts, trails, mountain views, a coffee shop, your elementary, middle, and high schools all right in the neighborhood. You're not far from the retail area in Parker as well. It's a really awesome pair of neighborhoods. And on the south side, my favorites are Trails at Crowfoot, Pradera, and Colorado Golf Club. Pradera and Colorado Golf Club are both private golf course communities. They are amenity rich. They offer a unique lifestyle. They offer custom build lots as well as resale homes that are available for purchase. Trails at Crowfoot is a community that has new build construction going on right now. They've just recently opened and you can get amazing selection of homes. They have everything from duplexes to single family homes to semi-custom homes. townhomes. There's gonna be great parks in here. We've got pool, sport courts, you name it, they're gonna have it for amenities. The number 3 best South Denver suburb on my list is Littleton. What makes Littleton such a great town is it has to be one of the few that has such great diversity in housing styles, terrain, and views. Littleton has its historic downtown area with shops and restaurants, and all the mature homes in that area don't have an HOA. Very desirable to a lot of people. King Carroll Valley is in Littleton, and it is absolutely stunning with its rock formations and rolling hills and trails. This is a popular area for folks that want a little bit of land, larger homes, want to be around wildlife. You have to love the deer because they're going to eat your plants if you put out deer-friendly flowers, but it really is so gorgeous back in the King Carroll Valley area. Over in Grant Ranch in Littleton, we have homes on and around water, and this water can be used for recreation in the summertime, so that gives a really fun lifestyle for folks that enjoy getting out on their small sailboat or doing some of those fun activities with their family. Then we've got Sterling Ranch and Solstice, 2 neighborhoods in Littleton that are a little bit to the south, and these are nestled right up against the foothills. And with Solstice, the Highline Canal runs right through the neighborhood. It's a 70-mile trail that runs into Denver, and it also will take you right over to the Chatfield Reservoir. So the Solstice community is really big on that outdoor lifestyle. Your foothills are right there. You've got trails that take you to the reservoir. They've got a dog park. You can get out on paddle boards, boats, you name it, you have it. And then there's the Roxborough area in Littleton as well. That's Arrowhead Golf Course, it's red rock formations, amazing hiking, and depending on where you choose to live in Littleton, your commute to downtown could be as short as 30 minutes. The other reason I find people really love Littleton and want to plant their roots there is because of how close it puts them to hiking and biking. When you're in Littleton, you're generally closer to the foothills. For great afternoon hikes, you're cutting off about 30 minutes of your commute to getting farther out into other suburbs, and it does even trim down a little bit of time when you're heading up to the mountains. I do say don't pick a house based on your mountain commute. You're typically not going up every weekend unless you're really hardcore, but it is one of the things people love about the Littleton area. Best suburb number 2 is Castle Rock. Castle Rock just keeps pushing its way up and up and up the list for both me and for my buyers. The reasons why? You get a lot of house for your money here. I'll often have people initially tell me they don't want to be in Castle Rock because of its location. It's our most southern suburb of Denver, and that means the commute into downtown can easily run you 45 minutes during traffic. But when we start their home search, if we don't rule out Castle Rock altogether, and they see the kind of home they can get, the lot sizes they can get, they drive around and see the terrain, you see Castle Rock, you see the bluffs, you see the trails. You really don't need to leave for anything outside of other activities like going downtown for sporting events, heading out for skiing, things like that. They really fall in love with all that Castle Rock has to offer. I often have people tell me they feel like Castle Rock is one of the most Colorado feeling towns that they've seen. And it has a lot to do with the terrain. There's just so much up and around you that you feel like you're nestled into foothills and mountains. And that's something that when people are moving here, they usually crave. So my favorite neighborhoods in Castle Rock include the Meadows and Red Hawk. Those sit on the west side of I-25. The Meadows is hands down incredibly popular. It is a large master plan community. It has 2 pools, plenty of open space, including paved and raw trails. The schools for the community are all inside the neighborhood, as well as even some charter schools. You've got retail inside the Meadows. You've got a hospital, restaurants, shops. You hardly need to leave that neighborhood and do anything else. And right outside it is where the outlets are, more restaurants, grocery stores. Everything is right there, and it's on the north side, even though it sits west. So your commute out of Castle Rock is also pretty quick. Now, Red Hawk is the golf community. It sits just to the south of the Meadows. Boy, you can get golf course views and mountain views both out of one house in Red Hawk. It's pretty spectacular. There's a couple great neighborhoods on the northeast side. We've got Sapphire Point, Puma Ridge, and Diamond Ridge Estates. They all kind of look like one neighborhood. The roads connect. You've got some properties that have large acreage in here. Definitely some good size homes. You can get mountain views, no problem. And we've also got Makanta over here in this northeast side. This is all new construction right now. So if you're looking for a place in Castle Rock where you can build a new home, Makanta is it. Being on the northeast side, you're not far from 25. You're really only about 5 minutes away, and You're only about 10 minutes from Parker, so it's nice that you're kind of splitting the difference there without adding to your commute time to I-25 and getting up into downtown. All right, if we head to the east side of Castle Rock, we've got Cobblestone Ranch and Castlewood Ranch. All right, Castlewood Ranch is really one of my very, very favorites. It is the ultimate in quiet and serenity. Most of the homes are on cul-de-sacs, and that cul-de-sac opens up to open space that is attached to Castlewood Canyon. I love it out here. That area is not big on amenities. You're not gonna get loads of trails, pools, lots of parks. It's really about the lifestyle of your home, the cul-de-sacs, getting with neighbors, having quietness off to the side because a lot of them are on open space. But if you want something that's a little bit more peaceful, this is the spot for you. Now, Cobblestone Ranch, these are a little bit more new construction. They sit between Parker and Castle Rock, nestled in a valley. You have RV garage homes here. So if you love to go camping, take out your RV, don't want to park your RV off site, this might be the sweet spot for you. They do have amenities, pool, trails, parks, courts, all of that good stuff. All right, the very number one best South Denver suburb is Highlands Ranch. I lived in Highlands Ranch for 10 years and I still love it there. Every time I get to go through, show a home, go back and visit, my husband works in Highlands Ranch, I really do just smile. It's a beautiful community. When we lived there, I could get to 3 different grocery stores and the library and nearly every other shop, restaurant, or retail within 5 minutes or less. It was so convenient. We had a great dog park within walking distance off our trail system. Highlands Ranch has a Whole Foods. It was the first one. Castle Rock does now have one. Highlands Ranch used to have the only one. And there are the 4 rec centers with the 4 different pools, indoor, outdoor, slides, you name it. You want to give your kids a different experience. You want to go and swim laps. There are workout facilities, and all of that is free when you're a resident. So Highlands Ranch is not a town. It does not have a government. It does not have a mayor. It is one large HOA, and it shows. Everything is well manicured. The lawns are green. The trees are blooming. They take care of everything that keeps it looking gorgeous. And I'm always asked, where can I get mountain views? Well, you can certainly get them in Highlands Ranch. It couldn't make my number one spot without that. Some of my favorite neighborhoods in Highlands Ranch for catching both mountain views and or open space include the Backcountry, Kentley Hills, the Veniford Ranch Road area. There are several great neighborhoods off this road that I would always say are great options. Weatherstone, Timberline Ridge, The Hearth, Mansion Point, and Indigo Hills. A few of these neighborhoods even have their own private pools that you have access to, in addition to still having access to all of the pools at the rec centers, those workout facilities and amenities. The commute time into Highlands Ranch varies from the incredibly doable 30 minutes to up to an hour on the bad days, and it really can depend on where you live in Highlands Ranch. It can take almost 20 minutes to get from side to side. It can take almost 15 minutes to get from the very south end of Highlands Ranch up to the interstate 470 on the north side. So depending on where you are, that adds time to your commute. But that commute time just does not seem to slow down the rush for homes in Highlands Ranch, the love for it, the convenience, the beauty, the access to trails, the mountain views. People just love Highlands Ranch. If you're interested in Highlands Ranch, any of these suburbs, or any other part of Denver you want to chat about, I would love to talk with you. Feel free to reach out in any way you would like. You can call, you can text, you can email, and know that I would be thrilled to connect with you. Hey, I will see y'all next week.